SAP and Oracle applications. Okay. Fine. Now we'll talk about different types of jobs and different types of roles and responsibilities which we'll find in the Oracle applications. This PDF will be shared across your emails. You please give your email ID and your WhatsApp number to our reception. Our complete communication will be through email and WhatsApp and SMS. If there are any openings or if there are any weekend, some other people also will come and they will share their experience in the project. Okay, any demos, this all things will be done, so that will make you perfect. It is fine. Now we are talking about types of roles and responsibilities. What are different roles we will find in Oracle Labs project? There are three types of roles: DBA role, functional role, technical role. There are three types of roles in Oracle applications. DBA is the first person who is going to start the project. DBA is the first person who is going to start the project. What are the responsibilities of the DBA? He will install the software. He will configure the usernames and passwords. Setups he will do it. Okay. And he is responsible to take up the backup and cloning, database cloning, and define the multiple instances. What is meant by multiple instances? When we are working in the software industry, definitely every client looks for the backup, development instance, testing instance, production instance. Server is same, not multiple servers. Server will be only one. Within the server only, they will maintain the multiple instances. If something goes wrong in the one instance, they can at least take the backup in this. Okay. Generally, we'll find a minimum 3 instances: development instance, testing instance, production instance. First, whenever we start working, we'll be working with the development instance. In the development instance, there we'll go for develop all our objects. Objects are nothing but programs, reports, forms, procedures, packages, triggers. This all will do it here. Here we can do the complete R&D. You will have the permission to do anything in this instance. Once you develop your component, we'll go for doing the unit test. Individual component testing will do it. Once the component is tested successfully in the development instance, it will be moved into the testing instance for again testing. In the testing instance, there will be a sample data. Your components will be tested with sample data. If your component is still it is working perfect in the testing instance, then it will be moved into production instance. In the production instance, your client is going to test. Your client means your client employees, end users. For example, you are implementing this Oracle application software to Vodafone. Vodafone is a client. They are doing some telecom services business. To maintain their business data, they are using Oracle application software. So whoever is working in Vodafone employees, they will be running the reports. They will go for enter the data, update the data, delete the data, select the data, search the data. This all they are going to do it. It's a production environment. Production environment where client is going to work. We will not be having the access to the production instance. In the production instance, client means client employees, end users, client sales people, client finance department, client HR department, client admin department. This all are going to work with the production instance. And DBA job is applying the patches also. What is meant by patch? Patch is nothing but a script given by Oracle to solve the bugs. Here client has purchased licensed software from Oracle. If there is any problem in the product, then who are responsible for that product, for that bug? Oracle is responsible, because we have purchased licensed software. If there is any problem in the software, then who has to give the solution? Oracle has to give the solution. First year they will give free of cost. Second year and onwards they will again charge. That is nothing but a support charge. Okay. So that client has to pay the money and the Oracle will provide the support. Nothing but giving the patches. Two scenarios are there when the patches are applied. If there are any bugs in your product while installation or while using. While installation you may get some problem, then you have to contact Oracle, they will give the solution. While using, yes, you have installed, you have configured, now your client is using the product. During the usage, they got a problem. Then again you have to contact Oracle, then Oracle will give the solution. So two things. One is if there are any bugs in your product. Another one is to provide the new features. To provide the new features. Nothing but today your client has purchased the software. Today your client has purchased the software. After 6 months, new version has came into the market. New version of the product has come. Now client no need to buy the new version again. They can just apply the patch. They can just apply the patch. Whatever the new features are introduced in the latest version, those will be automatically populated in your system. Automatically populated in your system. That is nothing but a new features or new versions can be configured with your system. So who will contact the Oracle? DBA. DBA is the person who will always interact with Oracle Corporation, raise the SR. SR is nothing but a service request. Raise the SR and receive the solution from the Oracle, execute that solution. That solution is nothing but a patch. That solution is nothing but a patch. It may be SQL script, it may be PLSQL script, it may be JavaScript, it can be anything. Oracle will just give the patch, please execute this, don't open and do something, just execute this script. Automatically your problem will be solved. That's what Oracle says. That is nothing but a patch. Okay. How to interact with Oracle company? There is a website metalink.oracle.com. Whenever we buy the licensed software from Oracle company, then they will give Metalink username and password to the client. Through Metalink username and password, we have to log in and raise the SR, service request. Automatically that service request will be transferred to Oracle support team. They will get back and interaction happen between the DBA and Oracle and the problem will be solved. For this Metalink access also, first year Oracle will give free of cost. Second year, based on the issue, they will charge. Number of issues you have raised, number of issues resolved. Based on that, they will charge the price. But it will be less. It will not be more. It will be less only. So that is DBA responsibility. DBA is responsible for installation, database backup, security, defining multiple instances, applying the patches, interacting with Oracle. These all are DBA responsibility. That is the first case. Once DBA starts the job, then functional consultant comes into the project. DBA will install the software and product is ready. Then functional people will enter into the project. What is the responsibility of functional consultant? What functional consultant will do it? So functional consultant main job is they have to interact with the client. They have to interact with the client. Here client means not the owner of the company. Client is nothing but an employee who knows end-to-end business process of the client. For example, ICICI is our client, then we'll be talking with ICICI finance manager to discuss about their financial business. We'll be talking with HR manager of ICICI Bank because we wanted to know the HR business transactions. So here finance manager and HR manager is the client. So client is not the owner of the company. Client is nothing but an employee who is responsible on behalf of company to explain about their business process. Okay. So our job as a functional consultant job is interact with the client and explain about the product to the client. Functional consultant must explain about Oracle applications to the client. Okay, because client knows that Oracle applications is one of the ERP product. He knows that it is one of the ERP product, but it is not. Client doesn't have the idea how it will work, and what are the features are there, how to utilize that features. This client doesn't have the idea. He knows that Oracle Applications is one of the ERP, enterprise resource planning software. If I install this ERP software in my office, my employees no need to use the pen and paper, no need to use the MS Word document or MS Excel sheet. Entire my business data can be executed through this software. By end of the day, end of the week or end of the quarter, I can easily understand my business. I can easily go for generate the reporting. That's what the client knows. But exactly he doesn't know what feature is there, how to do these activities. That functional consultant is responsible to explain about the product to the client. Okay, you have to explain about Oracle applications to the client. When we explain about Oracle applications to the client, then there will be some gap. There will be some gap. For example, the client says that, I'll give you a simple scenario. Every company will hire employees. ICICI Bank will hire the employees. Heritage Foods also will hire employees. Reliance Mobile also will hire the employees. But every company will have their own process, their own procedure to hire the employees. That we call it as a recruitment. Okay. So now what client is telling, in my organization, if I want to recruit an employee, this is the business method. This is the business flow. So what is the first one? First vacancy will be posted. In Naukri or some other walk-in interview or employee referral. Then applicant has to apply for a job. Apply for the job. Next, shortlist. All the applications, whatever we have received, that will be shortlisted. Then call for interview, call for written test. This is for freshers only. Written test is required only for freshers. But experienced people, this step is not required. They can directly come for technical discussion. Call for technical discussion. Then call for group discussion. This discussion also is for freshers. And if it is HR round, then offer letter issue, then acceptancy, then employee join. This is the procedure. This all information I want to maintain in the software, because hundreds of people are applying for a job, who has shortlisted and who has rejected, and when they are rejected, who has taken the interview, how many marks he has secured, when he has attended for interview. This all data I want to maintain. Otherwise my business will not be under my control. When you are maintaining your business data properly, then your employees will be under your control. When you say there is no process or no procedure in your company, then no chance that employee will go through as per the company. Okay. So organization, obviously they have to follow one particular procedure. Okay. So here this is a recruitment process. Now in Oracle applications also this entire procedure is there. But client says that written test is not mandatory for everybody, it is only for fresher. That is a gap. But in Oracle application software, what is there? Written test is mandatory for every candidate when you want to hire. That information you have to capture. But client is telling, if the person is a fresher, then only written test has to be conducted. Otherwise, it should not be conducted. System should not ask for written test, it has to directly go for technical discussion. That is a gap. That is a business gap between your software and your client's business. Like this, hundreds of gaps we will find. Like this, we will find hundreds of gaps in the business. That gaps is nothing but our project. That gaps are nothing but our project. ERP project is not something we will develop right from the scratch. ERP is already developed. The project is already developed and tested and released into the market. Now client is going to buy this product. Once client buy the product, once he go through the product, there are some requirements for the customizations and enhancements and development. That is what actual our project. Okay, so here how the client will come to know what are the features are there in the project, what are the features are not there. That is the responsibility of functional consultant. So functional consultant has to explain. So there will be some gap analysis, and whatever the gap is there, that information will be gathered, requirement will be gathered, okay, and prepared, and do the functional setups. What is meant by setup? Whenever we install the software, every option will be there. But client will say, I don't want all these options for SR Nagar branch. For Bangalore MG Road branch, these options are required. For sales people, this option should be there, but sales manager should not get these options. Like this, depends on the branch, your application should work. Depends on the employee, your application should work. Okay, depends on the country, your application should automate. I have a business in India and Singapore. I have employees in India and Singapore. When India employees log in, system should automatically ask for the INR currency. It should not ask Singapore dollar. When a Singapore employees log in, then system should ask me Singapore dollars only. How the system will come to know when employee log in, he is working for Singapore or India, that you have to configure, that you have to set up. System cannot identify automatically. Everything you have to configure it. That is nothing but a functional setups. So functional consultant is going to configure your product to the client based on the employee, based on the location, based on the branch, based on the country. Depends on your requirement, you are going to configure. Because this software should not work as it is for everybody, right? If the application is equal for the clerk and manager, then there is no control anywhere. Clerk can do it as well as same thing can be done by the manager. Then there is no chance that your business is under your control. That's nothing but a setups. That is the job of functional consultant. Okay. Then functional consultant is going to prepare the training manuals. Main work is a setups. Training manuals is a simple thing. What is meant by training manual? Once we implement the software, we should train the client employees. Client employees means the end users. They don't have the idea. They are non-IT employees. They are managers, they are sales people, they are buyers, they are admin people, HR department, some other. They don't have the idea about the software. You must train them, and also you have to prepare some documents and give it to them. In case in future, if there is any doubt, you can just go through the document and understand how to create an employee, how to transfer employee, how to terminate employee. If employee is under notice period, how can you terminate immediately? These all scenarios. You should prepare the document and give it to them. In case if they are not able to contact us, that will be helpful. That is training manuals. And assign the work to the team. So here functional consultant is the main person who is always interacting with the client. Here no way DBA will interact with the client. No way technical guys will interact. Functional person is the consultant who will always interact with the client. He will interact with the client and gather the requirement. For example, client says that end of the day 6 o'clock sales report should be executed and the output should go to the sales managers automatically. That is my requirement. I don't want to run at 6 o'clock. I don't want to keep one employee run the 6 o'clock every day program. That should be scheduled. And output should go as an email to all the sales managers. That's a requirement. Who has to do the schedule? That is the DBA job. DBA has to configure the schedule, and he has to configure the email server, and he has to do the email setup. So the work has come from the client, requirement has come from the client. Then that requirement is DBA job or technical job or functional job will be decided and assigned to the DBA or technical or functional. So here functional consultant is going to get the requirement from the client. If the work is related to DBA, you will assign to DBA. If the work is related to technical guy, you will assign to technical consultant. If the work is related for functional, then obviously you will continue. The functional consultant will go for continuation. Okay. Fine. So functional consultant, high communication skills are required, documentation and presentation. Highly required, highly expected. These all are expected highly. Because he has to interact with the client. Obviously, you have to communicate with the client properly and get the requirement. And every requirement has to prepare document and get the approval from the client. Documentation is very important and key role in the software industry. Then he has to give the good presentation to the client, then only the client can understand what exactly is there in the product and he can give the requirement. When client is not able to understand the functional presentation, then he cannot give the requirement. He cannot give the requirement. That is functional consultant.
So is functional consultant contracting to Oracle Corporation?
No, client. Oracle is no way comes into the picture. Client will go to Oracle and buy the product and he will start working with the project. The client can give the project to either Oracle or they can give it to TCS or Satyam or Wipro. It's based on the quality, based on the price, based on the delivery, based on the relationship with the company. So if ICICI Bank is going to buy the Oracle app software from Oracle company, once they buy, obviously they will look for the better supplier who will configure the product. There are a number of vendors in the market. TCS is there, Satyam is there, Wipro is there, Accenture is there, Deloitte is there. Oracle also will do it. But the price comes into the picture, delivery comes into the picture, quality comes into the picture, and the facilities and services. Again, it's a sales. Again, the project is a sales. All these company sales guys will come to the client and talk with the client. I'll give the project within 6 months or within 1 year, and I'll give you 6 months free of service. These all things will come into the matter. Negotiation, project will be confirmed. Okay. So now functional guy will talk with the client and discussing all this. No way Oracle comes into the picture. If there is any problem in the product, then we'll talk with Oracle and why this problem is coming. You have to resolve this because we have paid the money. It's a licensed product. Then Oracle has to give the price. For example, you have customized the product. TCS has customized the product. There, if there is any problem, then your problem. Oracle won't interfere. Oracle say, I have not developed this program. That program is developed by your vendor, means your company. TCS has done. Then contact the TCS people. I don't do that. So the standard product, whatever you have purchased from Oracle, then Oracle is responsible. They will provide the service. Okay. Fine. Once functional guys enter and explain about the product and gather the requirement and everything, then the technical people comes into the picture. Technical people. This is where we are entering. So this is our role. We are a technical consultant. We are going to be apply for this job. What is technical role is, we are going to receive the functional document from the client. We are going to receive the requirement from the functional consultant. So in our case, who is the client? Functional consultant is the client because he is going to assign the work to us. No way we will interact with the client directly. 95% will always interact with functional consultant only. Very rare case we will directly interact with the client. That when you are going to test the product. When you are testing, maybe there might be chances that you have to directly interact with the end user and go for close the task. Okay. So 95% our job is with functional consultant only. We'll receive the functional document from the functional consultant and we'll go through the document and understand the requirement and prepare the technical documentation. Prepare the technical documentation. Once we prepare technical documentation, then obviously, what is technical documentation? Technical pseudocode and algorithm flowchart. Generally, when we want to develop any program, okay, we need to design the technical specification first. That's we call it as an algorithm, and we call it as a flowchart also, and pseudocode also. If all these things are perfect, then program is easy. Once you know the logic, then developing the program is not a big task. First, logic is important. So that is nothing but a technical document. Sometimes client will ask you, First you send your technical documentation, we'll check your logic. If we are okay, then you start development. The client wanted to test the quality of your work, quality of your logic. Okay, so that cases also will find, otherwise we'll just prepare a document and get the approval, then we'll go for develop the objects, test the objects, move into the production and go for testing. When we say objects, what are the objects we are going to develop in the real time in Oracle applications? We are going to develop mainly four. What are that? Reports, interfaces, conversions, extensions, OAF pages and workflows. Reports are nothing but, we'll be talking about three reports. One, report builder. Second, XML. Third, BA publisher. In the real time, we are not using report builder. Only XML publisher and BA publisher we are using. But still, in the interviews they lost. Report builder is outdated too. But still in the interview they lost. Because that is the base, that is the organ for remaining all. That's why they will expect that. So obviously we have to learn. It takes 4 to 5 years. That I'll explain. Based on the report builder, once you learn the report builder, then XML can be done very easily. BA also can be done very easily. So these three tools are going to be mentioned in your resume. Next, interfaces are nothing but SQL programs, data loading, PLSQL coding. You know already SQL and PLSQL, same thing. Conversions also same thing. But there is a difference between interfaces and conversions functionally. We'll discuss that. But there also we'll write same data import and data extract, data loading and data extraction. Then extensions are nothing but a D2K forms, customization and development. But development we are not going to do D2K. We are going for only customization, personalizations we are going to talk. Development we are not doing it. Instead of that, we are going for OAF page. Development, extensions, personalizations. It is mandatory. Most of the people say that OAF is not mandatory, but we want the job. People who are already working, they can survive. That is different case. But your resume should be shortlisted, right? When you want to shortlist your resume, obviously. So this is about types of roles and responsibilities. Next, types of modules. ERP is nothing but a group of modules. Any ERP, you take SAP, you take Oracle Labs, you take CBEL or PeopleSoft or Salesforce, Workday, any ERP, Microsoft Dynamics, any ERP, almost the same modules will be there, but names will be different. Names will be different. Okay. So when we talk about modules, what are different modules? First we'll take the definition of module. What is meant by module? One module is nothing but a one business flow. One module is nothing but one business flow. This is recruitment module. This is the recruitment module. Customer will sell the goods to the customer. That is one module, sales module. After we sell the goods, then we'll collect the money from the customer. That is a receiving module. We'll buy the materials from the suppliers, procurement. After we buy the material, then we have to pay the money to the suppliers. That is a payments module. Okay. So like that, there will be a business flow. That's nothing but a module. Hundreds of modules you will find in the ERPs. More than 100 modules you will find in the ERP, SAP or Oracle Labs service. Okay. So what is the definition of the module? Two definitions I am going to explain you here. One is functional definition. Module is nothing but a business process. By using the module, you can maintain your business data. By using the sales module, you can maintain your complete sales data. I have branches in Central and GVK Mall in an orbit. My sales offices are there. I am here in the ESI. This is my main head office. End of the day, obviously, I have to know what happened in the central, what happened in orbit, what happened in the GVK mall. End of the day, I have to know. So whoever is working in all these sales offices, my employees, what I'll do, I'll give one laptop and I'll install the server, Oracle applications, and I'll give the access to them. When they pay the money, they have to enter the details. When they receive the money, they have to enter. When they sell the product, they have to enter. They have given some commitment to the customer, tomorrow I'll deliver the product. That information should come to me. I'm the owner, I cannot stay in the sales office. I'll be there in India, Singapore, somewhere anywhere. I can monitor what is happening in my business. End of the day, I can check my sales data. Branch wise, I can check. Employee wise, I can check. Department wise, location wise, I can verify. Based on that, I can take a decision. Why my product has not sold in central? What is the reason? Who is the manager there? Let's call him and have a discussion and take a decision. So this is what business process. That is a functional definition. When we talk about technical definition, we are a technical developers. One module is nothing but a group of forms, reports and programs. When you group some related forms, related reports and programs, it will become as a module. When I say sales module, it contains sales forms, sales reports and sales programs. What is the purpose of forms? Data entry. You can insert the record, update the record, select the record, search the records. For example, you have purchased a product today in Central. So they will take your complete information, your phone number, price, product details, quantity, price, everything they will enter. That's a form. Through the form they will enter. Record will be inserted into database table. After 5 days, you go back to the again Central and you are saying that I don't want this product. Then they will search whether you have purchased this product from me or not. They will take the bill number and they will open the form and search and they will check the details. And there will be a system configuration, this product can be returned or not. Some of the products non-returnable. Some of the products are returned but with checking. After checking only I can return. Like that there will be a tool. So purpose of forms, why do we require forms is data entry. Insert the record into database table, update existing records, delete existing records, search, nothing but a select statement. I would like to search my data through the forms. That is the purpose of forms. So we have to develop the forms client, we have to customize the forms, we have to extend the forms requirements. Next, reports. Whatever the data we have entered, where this data will be saved in the database tables. In the database tables, your data is saved. Okay. End of the day, I wanted to know the data. Means what exactly happened in my business, I wanted to know. But my data is there in the table. I am a non-IT employee, I am the manager and I wanted to see my data. Then what I will do, I will just go there and run the report. Data should come in the proper format. That's nothing but a reports. XML reports, BI reports and report builder. Old versions report builder was good. Then XML has got very good features. BI has got more features. That's why BI are using now. So here reports are nothing but generate the output in a proper format. Required format in the PDF or in Excel sheet or HTML or Notepad. It can be in any format. You can generate your output. Day-wise report, product-wise report, location-wise report, period-wise report, quarterly report, this all will be generated. Next, programs. Programs are obviously required for any manipulations. Insert, update, delete, data load, data extraction, updations, these all things can be done in the programs. Program means SQL program, PL/SQL procedures, functions, packages, these are C language developers can develop C language programs, Java people can write Java classes, these are. But we are Oracle developers, right? We'll be writing only SQL and PLC. Only two, we don't write remaining. But Oracle apps will accept all languages. 12 languages you can write and execute. C language, Perl language, Pro C, C++, Java and all other Unix, every program language is valid. But we do only two, SQL and PLS. So that is the definition of module. So module is nothing but a group of forms, reports and programs. Next, in Oracle applications, there are mainly domains. Each domain has got some modules. Financial domain, SCM domain, manufacturing domain, HRMS domain, CRM. Financial domain has got the financial modules. SCM, supply chain management, has got SCM modules. Manufacturing domain has got manufacturing modules. HRMS, human resource management system. We call it as a HCM also. Human capital management. Nowadays, latest we are calling it as a HCM, human capital management. Some management modules are included, they are calling it as a HCM. Otherwise, earlier it was HRMS, human resource management system. Okay. Then CRM, customer relationship management. Okay. What is the financial domain purpose and what is the purpose of financial modules? To maintain your financials data, daily payments and receivings, what are the bills are raised, what are the bills are closed, what are the bills are pending, how many checks we received today, how many checks are deposited in the bank, how many checks are cleared, how many checks are in process, how many checks are bounced, and we have to intimate to that customer and we have to pay the money, right? We might have issued some hundreds of checks last week, those are cleared or not, funds are available in the bank, this all our financials data. Some thousands of transactions every day enterprises are required. From 1 rupee check to 1 crore rupee also data should be maintained. For 1 rupee also check has to be generated in the enterprises. No cash transactions happen, no without data transactions happen in the enterprise. Then only their business will be under control. Otherwise, I have 30 branches. I am the owner of the company. Where can I see what happened in my branches and how I can analyze it? I am ready to invest the money. Let's make it computerized. If the system is accepting, employee will accept. If you look at some computerized offices, if the system is not allowing, they will say no. They will just keep it silent. If the system is accepted, they will do it. So whether system should accept or not, who will do that? We are going to do it. We are a software team, we are IT department, we will be sitting in our office or their office, we are going to configure this project and we are going to restrict the employee. We are going to restrict the end user. Yes. Supply chain management, nothing but a purchasing, inventory and order management. Order management is nothing but sales. Order management is nothing but sales. This all we are going to handle it in SCM modules. Mainly 3 modules we have. Then manufacturing modules, inventory, WIP, BOM, production, this all comes under manufacturing. HRMS is nothing but maintaining the employees' data, employees, employee salaries, employee leaves, employee taxes, employee hierarchy and who is the manager, who is reporting, and employee leaves and employee absences, employee compensations, benefits, this all will be configured in HRMS. Then you will find HRMS modules. Each module one business process. Recruitment also comes under HRMS. Next is CRM, customer relationship management. After we sell the product to the customer, then you should maintain a proper relationship with the customer. Let's say credit bank is there, they are giving the credit cards to the customers. Okay, then customer is using the credit card. Based on the customer usage, you have to decide this product is useful for this customer. Let's call to the customer and offer to the customer. Then he may accept or he may not accept. That's nothing but a relationship you are maintaining with the server. You have sold this Lenovo laptop to the customer. You said 1 year free of cost service. End of the 1 year, you have to call to your customer and take the feedback. What happened? Did you face any problem? Did you approach our service center? Sorry, did you raise any time to call center problem? What happened? What is our service? You want to extend? Now it is pay 1,000. You pay the money. One more year guarantee will be extended. Like that, relation maintained. That is nothing but a CRM model. Who will use the CRM software? Your call centers. Call center employees are there. They will be using the CRM software. Okay. Earlier CRM software was not famous. If you look at 10 years back, only branded companies used to maintain the servicing centers, toll-free numbers, 24/7 call center, and onboard support means desktop. So these all things were there. Only branded company. Now every company is having 24/7 call center and servicing center. If that is not there, customer is not interested to buy the product. Let's say you are buying one mobile phone. Definitely will ask them if something goes problem. Sales office is different, service office is different. You will buy in central. That is only sales office. They will sell the product. If there is any problem, don't go to the You should not go to the central office. You have to go to servicing center. That will be somewhere else. You have to go there. If there is a door service, they will come to your home and do the service. Otherwise, you have to go to servicing center. You will search for the servicing centers. That's nothing but a CRM modules. Okay. Like this, there are other modules also. These are main modules what I have explained: finance, SCM, HRMS, manufacturing, CRM. There is a transport management, OTM, Oracle Transport Management. If there is any transport management, travels company is there, to maintain their travels data, they can implement that modules. Occasionally Travels is there, Abibus is there, like that there are number of travels, big companies who are having the turnover in some crores, they can go for it. Educational modules are there. Educational modules, whoever is, for example, Chaitanya educational institutions will use Oracle App software to maintain their accounts. Universities can use the implement. In US, maximum universities are with the enterprise ERP software, Oracle applications they are using to maintain their university library, students' data, professors' data, classes' data, and everything will be maintained through the system. And we have automobile modules, insurance modules, mobile modules. Like that, there are number of discrete manufacturing, advanced processing, these are. But we are not talking about those modules because those modules are used only few clients. Who will use the transportation module? Only travels company will use. Remaining people not required. Whoever is using the transportation business, Southern travels are there. Their business is in some crores. Obviously, they can go for a big product, security product. Okay. So that transport management or any other modules, generally we don't talk about that. Okay. But financial is common for everybody. You take any client, finance is there. Without finance, you are doing business means it comes as a NGO. That is one of the trust you are conducting because you are not expecting any profit or loss. You are not doing commercial things over there. That is a trust. You are executing. So financials is mandatory for everything, anywhere, any business. So they can go for implement financial models. Sales also is there. Everybody. Manufacturing very less. Only manufacturing client. For example, ICICI Bank is there. They won't manufacture any product. So they don't require manufacturing models. They require financials. They don't purchase any goods. They don't sell any products. So obviously SCM also, they don't have any godowns. Inventory means godowns. So obviously SCM also not required for them. Manufacturing also not required. They have thousands of employees. Obviously they need HRMS. They have thousands of call center employees. 24/7 they will be receiving the calls from customer. They have to enter all the details and update everything. CRM software is required. Like that, depends on the client requirement in the suite, in the e-business suite or in ERP suite or in Oracle applications. The client can go for whatever the domains they want. In that domain also, whatever modules they want, they will go for, buy that modules and implement and customize. When I say financial modules, there are around 15 to 20 modules are there. But top 4-5 modules every client will go for implement. So what I have written here is top 4-5 modules, regular business. L&D company is there, they are doing the projects. They are doing metro project. So obviously they require project accounting module. If they don't install project accounting module, they cannot execute any projects. When the day one they start any project, complete what is the project status and what are the material you are using in the project, who are involving, what is the project cost, what is the time delivery and what is the amount you are taking and what is your investment, what is bank investment, what is third party investment. This all information you should maintain. Then only the owner of the L&T company or whoever is the top level director or CEO of the company can sit and he can monitor what is happening in my metro project and what is the status of the project and how much I can configure the prices. This all he can handle it. That is the project management modules. Okay. So it depends on the client business what they have. They will be going to buy those modules. Client can develop their own module also. These are the modules are given by Oracle. Let's say your business is share market business, but Oracle has not provided any modules for the share market. Then you have to develop. You can develop your own module. These are modules are given by architect. If you have a requirement is new, then you will develop your own module. How to develop? You will develop your own forms, own reports and programs. When you combine all these things, it will become as a module. Module is not something different, right? It is nothing but a group of forms, reports and programs. Right? Okay. Fine. This is about the domains and the modules. You take any ERP, the same thing. You go to SAP, SAP FICO is there, nothing but a financials. SAP SD is there, nothing but a SCM. SAP HR is there, nothing but a HRMS. SAP CRM is there, that is also common.
So this is technical consultant. All module or we are specific.
The next topic. Fine. So that is, these are common. So it's not like only Oracle applications, financial domain, SCM, HRMS. It is common for any ERP. We'll find. Okay. Next. Here, DBA is common for any module. I cannot say that I am a financial DBA or I am a HR DBA. DBA is nothing but a DBA. That's all. If client buy the financial modules, if client buy the CRM module, doesn't matter. He has to install. It doesn't require whether it's a finance module or CRM. He is just Oracle Apps DBA. He is supposed to install the product and maintain the support. So DBA is a common for any domain. First. The second, technical consultant also is common, but if you say I am a financial technical consultant, I have 2 years of experience in financial domain as a technical consultant. Last 2 years I am working in financials. What is the meaning of that? If there is any work in the financials, immediately I can start up. Now itself I can start working on the financial modules. But if you assign the work in the HRMS module, I need 1 week time or 10 days time maximum. I can understand the HRMS modules business functionality. I can understand the HRMS data model. Data model means tables, parent tables and child tables, and I can start writing the queries, writing the programs, writing the reports, writing the forms. I can do it. So as a technical consultant, you are supposed to work in any domain. But your resume is showing that you are a finance consultant, the meaning that immediately you can work in the finance and you can deliver the work immediately. But you are going to assign the work in the manufacturing. Definitely I need 1 week time. I can't start today because I have no idea about the manufacturing modules. That is a technical role. Okay. Next, functional role. Functional consultant is restricted to the particular domain. When I say that I am a financial functional consultant, I will be working with only financial module. No chance that I can work in HRMS or manufacturing or CRM. You give 3 months time, I cannot work. Because that is domain based. That is a business. Domain knowledge is required to configure your application to the client. You have to understand the client business and you have to compare with the application business and integrate these two things. Definitely 3 to 6 months is required if you want to change the domain. But no client will give that much of time to the employee. Okay, take 3 months time and get prepared manufacturing. Nobody will do. They will hire the new persons. No chance that. So functional consultant is restricted to the particular domain. In that domain also, he may not be perfect all the modules. For example, if I talk about HRMS, there are around 10 to 12 modules in HRMS. We cannot say that everybody is perfect all 10. Maximum if you work 6-7 years, 4 modules will be perfect. Top 4. For HR, payroll, SSHR and advanced benefits. Important one. Important means everybody has installed. Whoever is, if client is installing maximum clients, then that module is an important. Okay. So those 4 modules, maximum 5, not more than that. If he is having 6 to 7 years of experience, you can learn the module, but you will not get an opportunity to work in the real time. That's if you want to learn a module, it's not a simple thing. Sorry, it's not a big task. 1 month or 1.5 month maximum time. If you invest, you can learn a module. You don't get opportunity to work in that model. So that's why generally functional consultants are restricted to the particular domain. No chance that I am a financial functional and SCM functional also. You are restricted to the particular domain. Maybe you have more than 7-8 years of experience and you have vast knowledge and you are involved in all, then maybe more than one domains. Those guys will be working for multiple. Then we call it as an architect. We call him as a senior level. More than senior, we call him as an architect. He can fix the bug like anything in the product. That is about the roles. Okay, fine. So these are DBA role. DBA is common for any domain. Technical also is common, either finance or SCM. But if it is a new domain is assigned work, we take some 1 week time, we'll start working on it. It's not a big task. 1 week or 10 days, we can do it. Okay. Then functional persons are restricted. Finance means they work with finance. No chance that they can work with manufacturing or HRMS. They may fix some 1 or 2 bugs are there. They can tell that okay, do this. That knowledge is different. Implementation knowledge is different. If there is some problem, I'm a financial, so I'm working last 6 years. Definitely, I'll have some idea about SCM. There is some problem in the sales order. I can find that problem, but I cannot do everything. Maybe I can tell that there is a problem in the sales price or somewhere else, not more than that. Okay, fine. So this is about the types of roles and responsibilities, types of modules and all. Okay. So tomorrow we will go for talking types of documents. What are different documents we'll use in the projects and what is the architecture of Oracle applications. Okay. This all we'll discuss tomorrow and we'll go for creation of user. Tomorrow also same theory. This is all project point of view theory we are discussing. Still we are not started the practical skills. Okay. Tomorrow we'll go for architecture of Oracle application.